Right, welcome everyone to another episode of Love Island USA. I am Chris Phelps and my co-host is Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris. Delighted to be here again and ready to go. We've got some new boys in the villa and they're stirring it up a bit.
Good old Cormac's come in, who's the Irish lad who's a New York promoter, Dave, and I put that in quotations. And then Dylan, who's the surfer guy, who's like a fitness stroke lacrosse teacher. So both good-looking lads. Cormac, he very much modelled himself on that Conor McGregor style of the tattooed up and the beard and everything. And I think I don't know, there's something about him. I don't trust him. I think he's going to cause a lot of problems. I could be wrong.
Do you mean you're not going to trust a nightclub promoter? I don't know where you're coming from, Christian.
Well, it depends if he lets me in the club or not, Dave. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about him. The one thing he did say, which I thought was quite honest, was when he was talking to Caro, he actually said, "Why is no one being honest? What's going on here? Why is everyone sort of being dead defensive and stuff?" And she said, "Well, they've sort of paired up by me." And he's like, "You've only just come in here." So I think that type of situation, is he going to be the US's version of Mora from the UK one, Dave? Is he just going to be someone who totally wears his heart on his sleeve and just doesn't give a shit?
You know what? I absolutely thought of Mora as well. And it's not just because they're both Irish, but just, really out there and wearing the heart on the sleeve. I thought they'd make a cracking pair, to be honest.
Yeah, but, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, they just turned up, hadn't they? So everyone was kind of waking up, and I think it was Michael, wasn't it? Just sort of peeked his head out the corner of the door, and he's like, huh. And they're like, "Hey, oi, oi, oi." And then he didn't seem to say anything, acknowledge them. He just walked back into the villa. He's like, "There's two dudes out there." And all the girls are like squealing and getting all very excited, and then realizing, "Oh, no, I've got no makeup on."
Yeah, so, I'm really with the other lads, but let's just get changed as quickly as we can to get outside. It always makes you laugh because when new girls come in or new lads in the villa, both sexy, just absolutely like already partnered up, Dave, but you see them all messing with the hair, getting everything. I don't get care, do they? So it'll be interesting how that plays out. I think Dylan liked Elizabeth, but she's well into Zach, isn't she? Like, she just pied him off and said, he's the type of guy I just show to my friends and say, this is a hot guy, but he's not my type. They seem really in love. Zach even said my girl, didn't he? So that's developed over a lot of time. Oh, Dave, I tell you what was funny. When he was talking about Alexandra to, not Elizabeth, what's the other blonde girl called? He was talking to her and he said, I like Alexandra. Dylan goes, she's got such a great smile. And she went, "Oh my God, she's my best friend in the house. I love that girl." I'm thinking,
oh, Mallory,
I was thinking, you've been in the house. You've been in here for 3 fucking days and she's your best mate. I was like, fuck off. I was just like, oh, that is pathetic. And the one thing that's grating on me, Dave, I've got to say it, is, even though I thought Caro was quite a nice person at first, is she is so fake. It's unbelievable. Everything I like the Kardashians, but she reminds me of watching them when they're trying to be sincere and it's just coming across as really patrick. Oh my God. Oh, that is amazing. I was like, fuck off. Fucking even
I'm sure everyone's very impressed with our impressions here.
but even Dylan, I think it was Dylan, said to her, like, are you this sincere? Is that, oh yeah, I am like that all the time. I was like, oh, you fuck. No chance. But I could be wrong, Dave. She could be really nice and I've been a bastard. But
well, look, it's still the first few days, isn't it? So everyone's a little bit fake. to start off with. Just getting to meet everyone. You try and put your best foot forward and make a good impression with everyone. But I mean, she seems like a real firecracker, doesn't she, old Caro? And I think she's going to make good, entertaining TV. I mean, after she went absolutely batshit crazy that she'd been dumped on that second day, then she's made a beeline for Michael, and he seemed to be, kind of interested in it. What's the girl's Alexandra? Is it
Alexandria?
Alexandria, who he's paired up with. They were both like, "Yeah, it's not working, is it? No. So let's go out and meet other people." But then Caro's got bored of Michael as well. So it's not really. They've only been in there 4 days, and both girls seem to have decided, "Yep, he is a very attractive bloke, but he's kind of dull."
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of, Dave? A statue. He reminds me of a statue. He's got as much personality as a statue. He's got everything that a girl would want in a man: 6-pack, the looks. I know the brain and that. He's not exactly thick or anything, but he just. When he was talking at the start about the new guys coming, he goes, "Yeah, the 2 guys are in shape and." Blah, blah. He goes, "But they're not me. I'm just going to bring my game." And I'm like, "You've showed nothing. If your game is getting your abs out, walking around, they'll only get you so far, that body." So, and I think that's what's coming out at the moment.
But we've seen this as well in the UK one, haven't we? Blokes and women on the outside where they don't really even have to try. To pull girls to just go into a nightclub and their looks do the talking. They have to have a little bit of chat. That's it. And then they've pulled. Whereas in the villa, where everyone's smoking hot, you have to have a bit more about you. You've got to have the chat. And so, or the vibe.
The vibe, Dave, vibing.
Yeah, the vibe. So, yeah, it doesn't look good for Michael because, there's more blokes in there than, more men in there now than women. So you're going to have to think, probably someone's going to go home if there's a recoupling, maybe later on this week or next week. So, yeah, Michael, I think he looks a bit vulnerable there.
Yeah, he does, to be honest. And I think the 2 guys have come in, even though like Cormac, I said there's something about that guy. He's either going to be absolutely lovable or he's going to be absolutely hated. I don't think he's going to be any in between, to be honest. But Dylan, he looks just like he looks like a model, doesn't he? So he's got the proper.
I thought I was watching when he popped up. I thought I was watching like a shampoo commercial or something. He's just got his body's chiseled from granite, isn't it? He's got the square jaw, the looks. I think Alexandria said, he looks like, she said Liam Hemsworth, which I thought was a bit weird.
Yeah, that's his brother who's married to Miley, isn't it?
Yeah, you tend to not to diss. I know he's got, they're all into their acting and stuff, and they're all, good-looking blokes. But if you're gonna compare a Hemsworth, you've got to compare it with Chris Hemsworth, haven't you?
Oh yeah, he's the man, isn't he, Dave? 4, always will be. So I don't know. I mean, what I find interesting with the American one is, as we're still watching the UK one, and obviously we're podcasting, and if you haven't listen to our UK one, guys, it is available on this URL on your podcast catcher, is the people, the dynamic is different. The American ones just go all in, don't they? The US one that we're watching, they go all in and they're there and they leave it on the line, and they're a lot more honest than what we get in the UK one. In the UK one, there's a couple who are, but then you get the ones where they just play a game and they'll go around the houses when they're talking and stuff, and they like talking as if they're in an encrypted code or something, or it's, they're going to get in trouble for revealing the feelings. And that's what I like about the American one. But on the flip side, I think it also sometimes, drama-wise, it can get too much, Dave. I'm not saying it will, because we've not seen a lot of drama, but sometimes it could be absolute chaos. And I think we're going to see, this may go down the route, which is a good thing as well, like the Australian one, where it absolutely goes off, because I think if some of these girls go, especially Caro, if she goes, Dave, there's going to be all sorts of stuff flying at people and stuff. I don't think it's going to be pointing fingers. I think she's going to be throwing drinks and everything at people and just going for it. So I sort of want that. But I don't. It just ruins the whole house's atmosphere as well in the same respect.
Yeah. Well, no, look, I think we need Caro to be in there, to be honest, just to stir things up and give us a bit of entertainment, a bit of drama there. But did you notice old Yamen? He wasn't that happy about that spin the pineapple kiss, was he? He seems to be a bit put off by that, I think.
Yeah, he said he's not his type of thing. And he's quite honest, isn't he? He said it's to Zach and Elizabeth when they were talking. He was like, kiss. But then he said all that, but then she asked him, didn't she, Alana, the next within the next scene, and he went, yeah, I want to let you kiss me if I wasn't into it. And I'm thinking, well, you not just said that a minute ago. Make time up, you know. You're saying that you weren't happy about putting it on yet, even though you coupled up. If you coupled up like that and there's something there, that you'd at least try, wouldn't you? If there's going to be a kiss, like, is there some chemistry there? Is there feelings? If there's not, you move on. And he just contradicted himself. So even though, and she even said that, look, did I put you in a bad situation? I thought that was quite respectful of her, Dave, to be honest. I don't think she did much wrong, to be honest. I just think he was just a bit embarrassed, maybe because she took the power away from him. And he was like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to some girl just putting it on me. I should be the one who does it to them. You know, smooth Yaman, who's come across as a nice guy in these first 2 episodes. Maybe he's just not happy about that.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like that one's going to be a relationship that lasts, though, does it? Just from that little bit.
No, I don't think, to be honest, Dave. I think Zach and Elizabeth could last a lot longer. That looks like it's quite strong. But even
though old Cormac, he's invited her for a date, hasn't he, to ruffle some feathers there, even though I think Cashel had said to him, look, bro tip, don't go there. They're the ones who are coupled up, and, we just have an unsaid thing that's like, we'll just leave them alone. Cormac, don't give a fuck. I'm going right in there. And fair play to him.
Yeah, exactly. No, look. It's what the show's about, and I think that's what I've got to say about Cormac. He's going to ruffle some feathers, and that's what you want, really, Dave. It'll weed out the shit, to be honest, in the game players. It's like what Maura's done on the UK one. She's just gone in there and weeded out all the blaggers, hasn't she, really? As much as she can be a pain in the arse, she does that. I said, and I hope that's what he does. I hope he goes in there. I mean, he pulled Kira, didn't he? He's like, yeah, us New Yorkers. And like, no, you live in New York. You're not a New Yorker, mate. She is a New Yorker. She's from Harlem. You're fucking not. You just come over here and you blag a promotion night, so don't give me that nonsense. But I'm not going to go too far off on him, to be honest, Dave. I do have Irish family, so I don't want them listening to this and calling me out. So I
think we all do, don't we?
Yeah. Chris McPhelps, yeah, that's me. But yeah,
from our part of the world, I think it's you go back 100 or so years, and it's mostly Irish. So yeah, no, I with his job, with his attitude, he is one to keep an eye on. Like you say, though, it's good entertainment. Let's see what he does there. And you don't want people to go in and be shrinking violets and take, easy decisions or easy choices and whatever. So, no, I think I'm looking forward to see what he brings to the villa.
Yeah, and I think as well, it's going to crank up nicely. Now, the US one is only on 5 nights. Obviously, UK one's 6 nights, and we get unseen ones. So we will...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So me and Dave will get a break because we're doing podcast after podcast, aren't we? It's our choice. We love it. But I think only someone who podcasts would understand that, Dave.
Yeah.
But it's on for 5 nights a week, and it's only on for 4 weeks. So it's only on half as long as the UK one, which is pretty good. So they'll probably finish around about the same time, which is interesting. So, look, it's a great show. It's a great concept. It's the first Love Island season from America. I just can't wait for it just to go off, Dave. I really, really can't. It's going to be shitstorm of the highest order.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see, all of they've obviously been watching the UK one, haven't they? So, when they get a text through, it's the same. It's like, I've got a text. So I still... Yeah, it's simmering nicely, I think. I'd like to see, I think some stronger relationships. So, like you say, Zach and Elizabeth, that seems the only one. I think Cashel and Kira could get there as well. They're obviously like a day behind, and then just have someone else who come in and who doesn't give a fuck and causes some drama between them. So, that's what I'm looking forward to anyway.
Yeah, so if you want to get in contact with the show, on Twitter at Love Island Cast, or if you want to email us and get your emails in, guys, because we get plenty of them, the loveislandcast@gmail.com. And if you are interested and you're listening to us because you're a fan of the US Love Island, please have a look at our other episodes within Love Island Cast on your podcast catcher. And if you really, really do like the show, please drop us a 5-star review, and it just helps us grow and gets out there within the algorithms of the podcasting world. Now, Dave, I've done it to you again. Have you got anything to lead us out?
You James Blunt. Well, Chris, with all this trash TV, all of this entertainment, I'm going to borrow some words from Caro here, and I'm going to say, it feels like Christmas.